Welcome to this episode of Back to the Movies. And if you can't tell by now, we're going to talk about the new Top Gun Maverick. Now, we will do our best not to spoil everything, but there are going to be a few spoilers here and there. So you have been warned. So, first question. Was it worth the 32-year wait?
Absolutely. I think it was worth the wait.
Wait, yes. 30, well, given a tick. Okay, considering other weights and whatnot, for sure. What justifiably what I paid for the IMAX ticket, yes, other than I got the LIMAX screen, which was not a real IMAX screen, which really pisses me off. So second time I'm going to Screen X, like I should have done.
I wish we had that where I live.
Yeah, unfortunately, the closest Screen X to me seems to be near the litter box, and that's all I want to say about that. So
Yeah, well, for me, I think it's Denver. So
well, and it's the same building I went to, but I was like, oh, IMAX, okay. Yeah, no, the sound was great, but the screen's like, it's the same damn thing as a regular theater, you cheating astards.
yeah. Well, here's the reason why I think it was worth the wait, because the movie, if let's just say they did a sequel like 4 years after the original, it's not the same movie at all. Like
No,
no.
And it would have just been like, Iron Eagle 2 or something, and it just would have went away probably, not, or
Okay.
just something like that, where this long wait, and now with the technology we have, I mean, I felt like I was in the fighter jet. I mean, it looked like they were pulling real G's there.
and I'm
They
sorry,
were.
I'm very critical of Tom as a person, but the man knows how to make a bleeping movie. And
Yeah,
I think the only reason this works as well as it has is because he has the financial and status clout to have told theater or theaters as well as producers and whatnot, like, you're not launching this movie until people can go back to the movie theaters.
yeah.
Not up for discussion. And that not many actors and directors have that much power.
So Mo, I think I want to correct the way you phrase that. He had enough clout to tell the studio not to release this except in the theater.
Yep.
Well, yeah, the same thing, but in the end,
well, he was one of the producers, so
sure.
What you basically said was telling himself not to release it. So it was having the clout to tell the studio this is not being released the way Dune was and Matrix, where it was.
I think we can all agree
release. Yeah, but other producers,
you have to see in the theater.
The other producers or executives out there would have just been like, we don't care. We would make money off streaming and et cetera. We would have come ahead and
but we're talking the studio executives, not the producers of this film.
Yeah, sure.
There is a difference.
I'm sure you have Bruckheimer's blessing. I think I guess Bruckheimer actually had to ask me anything on Reddit, and that was really interesting. You should actually look that up. It was just one day before the movie went out.
So I've got a question for you guys. This really isn't a spoiler, but did you guys have did they have the Tom Cruise thing come on before the movie started, being like, hey, we made this for you?
Yes, I have the intro.
No, question now. I got the time script now. Was that before the trailers or was that right after all the trailer crap?
Right after all the trailers.
It was right before the movie started.
Oh, so I didn't get that. I didn't.
Yeah, he comes on, he's like, hey, we did this right, we made it for you, and we took all the did all the stuff to make sure it was right, and we hope you guys enjoy it. And
darn, no, I didn't get that. Yeah, I got really figured out the IMAX one. Damn it.
Well, that's why I was like, I go, that was weird, because you don't usually see like the lead actor come on and like throw this little
intro
out. Yeah, intro of like just saying like, hey, we did this for the fans. And
I don't think there was any situation unlike COVID that would have made a justifiable reason to do that for any other movie. I can't think of anything else other than maybe 9/11 or something.
Yeah. Well,
no,
I don't know. It hit all the everything I wanted. It gave me it and then some.
But yeah, and it just didn't come across as like a really wannabe copycat 80s because it just couldn't. I don't care how much money even Tom wouldn't have been able to pull off it. It homaged the right amount for all the oldest audiences, but then enough for everyone else of the younger ages and older ages for it to stand on its own. I mean, you could watch it with, like my wife actually, we watched it the night before we went, and I kind of had to push it. She could have watched without it, but at least it made certain points of the film that much more powerful. And of
Yeah,
course,
they resonated more.
yes, I mean, it just wouldn't have. It would have worked. Yes, would have worked as well. No, you have to know the context of why Maverick is the way he is after all this time.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and this won't spoil anything, I don't think.
It's really hard not to spoil anything. I really want to.
I know, but like
I can't say
the
that
job he has in the Navy when we first start is, I thought, the perfect job for him. Like that made sense to me that's what his job would be at this time.
Yeah, he is the Air Force Evel Knievel, so to speak.
Yeah.
Like, this guy wants to go all the way and basically throw checks his body can't cash for the most part. Okay, let's take advantage of this.
I mean, that's always been his MO. So
well, yeah, I would agree that he always pushes the limits.
yeah.
And again, he's in the Navy.
Yeah.
I have enough Navy friends who would quite honestly crucify you for, say, Air Force. So
Okay, well,
I got to clarify that just because.
Yeah, I said Navy.
no,
Yes. But Mo is the one who said the Air Force Evel Knievel. So I just want to clarify he's a Navy test pilot.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I wasn't going to say that's what he was. I was beating around the bush there.
Yeah, no. Everybody has seen the Dark Star in the trailer. We didn't know what it was. So
no, it's actually funny you actually noticed it because it wasn't the Bruckheimer interview, but I was reading something else just the other day. This is based on the SR-50 because it was the SR-71 Blackbird was the original one. Then they said SR-72, and they said which may or may not exist. However, we used what concept designs. I was like, okay, I'm calling me curious. Not that we'll probably ever know, but I was like,
there's actually a cool little YouTube video out there from Skunk Works, which is a R&D set from NASA. That's with Lockheed Martin, and they actually said, yeah, the Dark Star is it's a real plane prototype.
I mean, to me,
now, its abilities that we see in the film versus what it really does.
Right, we have Hollywood in effect.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like if an SR-71 and an F-22 mated and had a baby, I mean, that's what it would look like, and it looks really badass.
It does look really badass. Yeah.
I mean, you see SR-71 Blackbird homages, but you see the newer age radar and design concepts of the F-22. I was just like, okay, that looks really damn sexy. That Maverick would fly that.
Yeah, absolutely would.
And just because I love it, I'm going to plug. There's multiple versions out there, but listen to the LA Speed story about the SR-71. That's all I'm going to say. Listen to it.
Oh yeah, that infamous one. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
got it. Yeah,
is it on YouTube?
I haven't listened to it, but I read it several times.
Yeah, it's the SR-71 pilot tells this speed story, and it's just so fitting.
It's just beautiful.
I'll have to check it out.
It is just beautiful. You're just like, that is just so bleeping awesome.
So, did you guys need tissues? Yes or no?
I generally two major parts, which of course I can't say anything, but the one part what I should have thought I would really tear up, I almost did, but actually the ending actually just really, I was like, okay, I'm losing it. I can't do it anymore. I think my wife was kind of sniffling too.
There's the part that, I struggled with. They did a good job with it, and both my wife and I were, and my daughters were going, "What's wrong?" I'm like,
my childhood 80s
Yeah.
feelings.
Okay. Mo, you're not part of it, but Luke and I are part of the Top Gun fans Facebook page.
Yeah.
And somebody actually posted that, why didn't you warn me that as soon as you hear this, you guys hear it okay?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Briefly, yeah.
As soon as that kicked in, I was going to need tissues.
Oh man, I didn't cry, but
I didn't cry. I got
was
chills.
grinning my face off.
I was just getting chills everywhere. I was
Yeah.
just like, oh my
Actually-
gosh.
Actually, I stand corrected. Actually, it was a goosebump moment all over
Yeah.
my.
I was just getting them again. It was just everywhere.
Oh
Goosebumps.
man, just even
Yeah.
think about it. I just got goosebumps just thinking about it. I can't
know.
wait to go back to the theater.
Yeah. I can't wait to see it again.
I mean, just oh man, that was just like, don't leave it alone. I mean, just even the way they filmed it, the film grain. I'm not sure. I think it must be something with the camera systems, or they did intentionally where the film grain was like the quality was different once it switched over to Maverick and it was done. They were done on the carrier section.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it didn't bother me, but I was just like, okay, that's like, it's like things have changed, but yet not changed.
Well,
That's nice.
mainly because this is a little bit of a spoiler and not a spoiler. The director, Joseph Kosinski. Am I
Yeah.
saying it right?
Kaczynski,
Okay.
it looks like Kaczynski to me.
Anyways, he said it in an interview already that he wanted to open this film just like we did in the original film.
That's okay. So this isn't a spoiler then. I loved how they had the same title. I mean, like the same.
Yeah, and I was kind of surprised, but at the same time, like, you know what? It doesn't need to be changed.
No,
Actually,
I
it
thought that
was
was
changed.
perfect. Was it?
What?
Yes.
BS. How?
Oh. So you didn't read everything, did you?
Dude, I'm sorry. I had a lot of 80s feel going on. I can only
I was reading it quick, but yeah.
Oh, so you missed the part where they said and women?
Oh, I missed that
Oh,
part.
sorry.
Yes. The
I must have
original
just-
86 set, and the men who attended school
Yeah,
call it.
Okay.
And now it said, and the men and the
Yeah.
women who attend it call it.
Maybe I expected it to say women back in the 80s too. I just missed over that part.
Oh, look at Luke being all PC. So yes, there was that one small change, but I
It's all
love
different.
the fact that they used the same font.
Yeah, everything was the same font. I mean,
Yeah.
yes.
The images were definitely new,
Yeah.
but it's that same
Sure.
homage to the crew on the aircraft carrier.
Right. Yeah, and as I said, the
Just
color,
like Tony did back in 86.
yeah, just the coloring and the graininess was just all there the same.
It feels like they actually filmed a real cruise doing that, and I'm sure that's
Yeah.
what they're doing. And it's
They
real
filmed the
action.
original cruise
Yeah.
back in the day, and they did the exact same thing. And then, even though Kenny wanted to update Danger Zone, Tom's the one who said no. We got to
Oh.
use the original.
Yeah,
Leave it.
that was yeah,
If they had done that, I guarantee the reaction would have been like, why?
yeah.
What's nothing? There was nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing. Yeah, it's perfect already. Don't
Dude, you're getting your whatever paycheck out of
don't be like George Lucas. Leave it alone.
it. Yeah, please don't be able
No,
like that.
I
Yeah.
fully agree.
I would-
I personally am curious what an updated version from Kenny would have sounded like,
Ugh.
but there is
Well,
a couple really good
he
ones
can put
out
that
there.
out on his own if he wants,
Sure, yeah.
later on. So
No Resolve and State of Mind collaborated and did a updated, more metal-like version. So
Then just
I
listen
know-
to the riff a bit louder.
basically,
louder and faster.
Yeah. And actually, and the Jerry Bruckheimer asked me anything, actually, he stated, and I wish I had known about the Navy, because now I really wish I could have asked for this, but he stated the Navy was excited to be part of the sequel. And I'll
Oh.
take that. Yeah, and I would like to know elaborate on what he meant by excited, but I was like, okay.
Well, I just wonder maybe if you meant the first time they were like, I don't know if we want to do this or something.
Well, they were a little hesitant, but after the first one came out,
Didn't
they
recruiting
had
go through the roof?
200% improvement over recruitment.
Yeah.
In fact, I got to give them credit. At the end of my movie, as I go in the lobby, who do I see out on the lobby?
Okay, now that's actually rather brilliant.
Yeah,
Simple.
it's Navy. The recruiters at a table in
Oh,
the
really?
lobby. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now it must be a market thing
smart.
or a theater, but I get a lot of the people that came out of my theater were just a lot of older people. So I think
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it was.
No.
Yeah.
This movie, just because I've been reading all the things about it afterwards, it has done something that theaters or the studios have been having trouble with in the past decade of getting the older generation. And I hate that we're at the bottom end of that
We
scope.
are.
But yes, our age bracket and above are going to less and less studio made films.
Right.
Well, I think also the younger generation, even more so, they've got so many portable devices and everything's streaming now and whatnot. So we at least grew up with that was the only way to watch it. So
Yeah,
I think there might be some kind of
we still have that
disconnect or-
nostalgia a little bit
Right,
of going to the
right.
theater.
Yeah,
Well,
You know,
because like I said, I would not have enjoyed. I mean, I would have enjoyed them, but not nearly much if I was streaming it on even on my decent big screen home theater system. It would not have been the same.
this movie would, I agree, it needs to be seen in the theater.
I mean, just like the Star Wars and the Star Trek movies, just some stuff you just big screen does not have the impact if you just.
And I think we're still part of that generation that still remembers what it was like waiting in line for a ticket for a film.
Yeah.
We had 2 years where we, essentially 2-ish years is where we couldn't do that in most areas. I mean, it just wasn't a good idea to do movie-based theater basing. And I don't know. I think so. Some people prefer it, and some I always get a greater energy and enjoyment when I have almost a full theater because everyone gets excited. Everyone gets like, whoa, everyone starts laughing, and it like just
There's
makes
an energy.
it's just like I have not. The last movie that I got to have that much fun and enjoyment was Rogue One, because just everyone was just yes,
yeah.
And it's just like when it's an empty theater, it really misses that final touch.
That's what. So when I saw it,
my theater was about 3/4 full.
We went yesterday, and I had to go to a matinee because every other theater was full.
Yeah,
like it was the one time, it was 2:45. It was the one time that had a few seats left.
Yeah, I really wanted to go to the dine-in one in Bellevue where you can order drinks and get beer, but they were just all sold out, and I was just like, okay, I can't wait another weekend. So okay, I'll do a normal theater. So
well, so I did fancy. I went to the MC dine-in theater.
Oh,
see, we have this golden ticket theater with the laid back seats. That one was completely sold out. So I just had to go to the regular AMC, like with the regular seats, because and that one was almost all sold out except for a couple matinees. So.
Yeah, I mean, I would have given anything. The Cinerama, which was owned by Paul Allen, it's the huge wide 72 format film theater, one of the few last remaining in the world, and COVID and Paul Allen dying, and I'm just like, oh, I wish I could have seen it at the Cinerama. That just would have been absolutely perfect, but I don't think anybody's gonna purchase it. I'm just crushed. Like, this would have been absolute perfection at Cinerama. Chocolate popcorn, 172-inch screen. It's just like, it was so close. But I'll try the Screen X and see what it's like, because I have to go see it again. I just have to.
Oh, me too. That's it.
I mean, I'm like, here's another $22. Screw it, I don't care. I haven't gotten.
I think it's it's one of those things too where I'm sure I missed a few things.
Well, yeah.
Once.
There are so many just perfectly timed throwbacks.
Yeah. And just like,
and not necessarily in the spots you expect them either.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, I just even in times like there's so much going on, like even on that small screen, I was, I couldn't process everything. So I was just like, wait, what I see over there or what? So Screen X, like, I'm really curious. I'm gonna be going.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm going to hold my thoughts on that one right now. But now that you've had some time to marinate seeing it,
God, it's a good marinade too.
does it feel like you've seen something like it before? I'm just curious if you guys thought it might, because I thought of it and Luke actually mentioned it earlier, so I'm just curious.
Like Iron Eagle?
Iron Eagle 2.
Oh, okay. I can't comment. I've never seen any of them. So
Well, here's the general gist of
I mean,
Iron Eagle 2.
is that the one with Roy Schneider?
no, Louis Costa Jr.
No, okay. No, actually, that's the one I'm thinking of. One is the one with the helicopter. Never mind.
Yeah, and
You're thinking Blue Thunder.
Blue Thunder.
No, here's Iron Eagle 2 in a nutshell. Lou Gossett Jr. comes back out of retirement to command a joint force task force between the Air Force, Army, the Russian Army, and Russian Air Force. So we have F-16s, some kind of MiG,
yeah,
and ground support transports. They're going into some sandbox country. The plane detachment needs to fly through rough canyon low below the SAM radar and then blow a hole in the reactor wall of this nuclear research
yeah.
site. So now that I've given you that little clue, does it feel like we just rewatched the better version of it?
Like 100 times better. But you know, everybody steals ideas and uses the same stuff. So
You're right.
this was just like
Let me take it back
billion
one more
times
time.
better.
Let me take it back one more time. A rogue pilot flying through a very narrow ravine on a Death Star.
Yeah, you know, exactly.
Who needs to fire two torpedoes
two ideas
into an exhaust port that's only 2 meters wide.
Okay,
Hey,
I crap you not. I actually didn't think about that at all.
if it works, keep using it. You
I
know,
honestly did not think of that correlation at all, which is really
Well,
surprising for me.
but I mean, you know, it doesn't matter because anytime you got to hit a target, it's small, it's little, you got to.
Oh, well, this time you got to hit the target twice.
Yeah.
Miracle number one, miracle number two.
Spoiler.
Not really.
I did really enjoy the Warlock character. I enjoyed that. You know, he was similar to
leading up to watching it, I thought Warlock was supposed to be Sundown, older.
I thought so too. Yeah. I thought that might be too.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, and then what's his face? The head jackwad that really wanted Maverick out of there.
Okay. Are you talking about John Hamm or his character?
John Hamm.
Cyclone, thank you.
Cyclone, yeah.
He did a really great job. He just loved it. But of course, no one beats Ed Harris for a grouchy old admiral. He was just
Ed Harris was great.
Oh my God. I was just like, man, even Maverick's like, uh-oh.
Yeah. He's so good.
Yeah.
He just
well,
that was perfect casted, right?
It's even scary because he kind of looks halfway through to Death Incarnate.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to ask if you guys realized that we had 2 actors playing the same person in 2 previous films.
What?
Huh?
Oh.
What?
We have 2 actors who played the same person in 2 different movies.
You're talking about like Ed Harris playing a general before?
Not a general, but
are you talking about The Rock when he was?
Nope.
No.
Both of these actors played the same real person in 2 different iterations.
I got nothing.
I got nothing either.
Okay, it's Ed Harris and Glenn Plow. They both played John Glenn.
Oh.
The John Glenn, astronaut John Glenn?
Yes. Ed Harris played John Glenn in The Right Stuff, 1981. And then Glenn Powell actually played him in the based on a true story, mostly true, Hidden Figures.
Oh,
So
You know, honestly though, I would have made it just that tiny bit more perfect if Tom Skerritt had come back just to rail Maverick again and say, would you get your act together? I don't know. I think that with that little continuity would have been really nice.
or a little pep talk from Jester.
Or that actually, I would have taken Jester. I mean,
I felt like the Warlock character was similar to the Jester character
that's true. Yeah,
to me a little bit.
he was rooting for Maverick the whole time.
Well, and he was kind of that Jester slash
Yeah.
Viper, kind of the old school still.
He knew what a wad cyclone was. So
yeah.
No, perfect casting there. And yeah.
I think, I don't know, maybe emotionally, I think a little glimpse could have maybe just to add that little extra heartstring tug if Meg Ryan had showed up a little bit. Just to, I don't know.
There's only one way that would have. The only way I can even bring it up is if we spoil it a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and I really don't. I think the way they did it and the way they mentioned Carol in the movie is all we needed. We really didn't need to have some kind of flashback scene of what we hear Carol request from Maverick.
Right.
I think that's the best way we can put it without actually spoiling.
Yeah, no, I think that was good enough.
Yeah. I know her role was very, very minor, but
well, ironically, it was Meg Ryan's very first movie role.
Okay, her role was minor, but at the same time, she also is one of the ones that talks the most about the female role in this movie.
Oh, I think we don't need to worry about spoiling Penny Benjamin.
Benjamin.
I just literally figured that out today. I was like, wait.
My wife didn't figure it out right away. She's like,
the whole time, like my wife actually, like, did he bang Penny in the first one? I'm like, no. And then just later, I'm at work. I'm like, wait, Penny Benjamin.
Put in heck twice by me and one admiral's daughter.
Penny Benjamin. It like literally hit me. I was like, oh my god, like that's her.
When they first said Penny, I went, oh, and my wife was like, what? And they go, it's Penny Benjamin. She's like, oh, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, no,
I thought that was awesome that they did that.
I think it's great. I also like the fact that they made it, you know, she's only mentioned in the first movie. We never see her.
No.
Which actually really works in this fact that then we don't have, you know.
Right.
And you have
they
no
make
idea
it
how
implied.
old she is.
Right.
You know.
Well, we know in real life she's about 6 years younger than Tom.
Yeah. Which could make sense.
But, you know.
But the point I'm trying to get to is they made this story feel like they've gone back and forth with each other more than once.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the sense I got, that especially, yeah, I mean, well, I'm not spoiling, but the way the dialogue goes with different people, they've had a history for many years.
Yeah. And
kind of this on and off thing.
And there must have been some serious withdrawal, or not withdrawal, I guess there must have been some serious after effects, because the man, and not to spoil, but the way, you know, she tossed his ass, literally was like, damn, okay, something happened 30 on years ago, and
yeah, there was a little payback there.
She's not letting it go. Yeah, Cruz is smiling, gonna go so far. She's like, no, that ain't gonna work anymore, Flyboy.
So again, without spoiling it, how did you like the music number in the new one?
Oh, are you talking about Gaga's?
Very end?
No, I'm referring to the bar scene.
Oh, I thought it was good.
Oh yeah, I thought it was a very, very nicely done, and I think just the cutaways and the transition,
the flashbacks.
Yeah, the flashback. I was just like, okay, like Okay, that felt powerful, not cheesy.
No, because if you go back to the original, he's sitting on top of it. The
Yeah,
piano.
and I knew it because like as soon as I saw the trailer, I was just like, I don't know how the hell they did it, or they found him, or what are they paying him? It was just like, as soon as you put that stash on, like that is Goose's son.
Oh
I
my,
was-
that's so we talked about that, my
I was
wife and I.
just like,
That
damn.
was a perfect casting,
He
and
looks so perfect. In
I
fact,
was
we
just
watched
like-
Top Gun as soon as
like-
we got home, and it's
Yeah.
like,
I was
that's
like,
his
I'm not
son.
questioning. Like that is Goose's son.
yeah, that's Goose's
Period.
son.
yep.
Like
That was
it's
just
perfect.
creepy. Cool.
Now, here's a cool bonus thing to think about. Miles Teller has the unique distinction of being in 2 movies based on original content of the 80s, both using a Kenny Loggins song. Obviously, Top Gun is one.
Was he in the Footloose movie?
He was in the remake of the Footloose.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He
not gonna
played
talk-
Willard in the remake,
Okay,
which was
I've only
Chris
seen
Penn's
parts of
character.
it.
I
Yeah.
It's okay. Don't
I
watch
refuse
it.
to see it.
We've already kind of hinted that, just like many of the movies that we've talked about recently, like Point
Yeah.
Break, they
Ugh.
should have stopped.
They should
The
stop.
original was the way to go.
Yeah.
This was the perfect sequel. It is a sequel, not a remake, not a reboot.
No, yeah, this is absolutely a sequel.
So, all right. So at this point, I'm willing bet we all agree. Go see it.
So I have a question
Okay.
because I've been hearing people ask this. Is it better than the original?
I've heard that too.
I've been hearing a lot of people talk about this, and
It just
See,
they're just
I
so
can't-
different to me. It's like the original sits in one hand over here, and I love it. And this is just
know.
something new and special that I love too.
I just can't because the original is so campy 80s and action and early Tom Cruise and Bruckheimer. It just like it just stands on its own for the test of time
Yeah,
as well as
its own-
the time period.
It's its own thing.
well, I'm going to throw out Unspooled did a great episode on the original Top Gun that they pointed out Top Gun could literally be an Unspooled movie and a How Did This Get Made movie. And those unfamiliar with How Did This Get Made, they just find some of the best of the what was somebody thinking type movies.
Right.
And I think my love and nostalgia for Top Gun just helped me kind of turn a blind eye to all the bad campiness or bad lines, etc. There are a ton of mistakes in the original movie.
Oh yeah.
And if I really force myself, I could probably throw out a bunch. But like, I just off the top of my head, when Iceman says, "Roger, engage." Okay, yeah, no. If anything, it's Fox 3. He's firing a missile.
It doesn't.
But-
It doesn't matter though.
It doesn't
It's just-
matter.
yeah.
For me, you can't have Top Gun Maverick without Top Gun.
No, you can't. So
it's like your firstborn child,
yeah,
your secondborn child. You love them both. You can't pick a favorite.
no,
No,
I don't think you can because they're and the fact that they're so far apart.
They're
That's why
so
it's
far
easy to-
apart.
yeah.
And it's all the right mix of it's
Yeah.
a sequel.
And I think unfortunately it's back to the age difference again. I think the younger generation, hate saying that, is going to see this and they're going to make a favorite. Then if they watch the original one, or if they've already seen it, they're like, that's so cheesy, or it looks so lame, and whatever the case would be. So they'll identify more with the newer one because of new age tech and angles and and everything that was done. There's going to be exceptions, but I kind of think the younger people will lean towards the new one. Then like, oh, what's the old one? Like, oh, this one doesn't look as cool. It's kind of old, or
Well,
just kind of out.
the original is an 80s film,
Old
so
Bird.
but I think this is a good point where we'll stop this for the audience. Luke, Mo, thank you again for
Well,
joining me on this special journey.
well,
I'm sure if we wanted to, we could continue this for another
yeah.
Oh,
half an
easily.
hour longer.
Especially if we were allowed to start spoiling it.
So with that, thank you, and we'll see you guys soon with our summer movies.